My name is Mark, and I'm the Vascular Access Team Lead at a hospital in Eastern Washington.
Hi, I'm Sharon, and I am the Vascular Access Educator, and I work in quality a lot with our surveillance. Yes, several years ago, our hospital had a very high CLABSI rate, and so they gave me the daunting job of lowering our CLABSI rate. So we started with surveillance and researched a lot of evidence-based practices, and we came up with a CLABSI bundle and a lot of staff education, which is awesome because our CLABSI rate right now is very, very good.
Our IV team here does a vital task, and that is ongoing CVC surveillance. We have a system where we surveil all of these central lines in our hospital, and we became aware at some point that at the time, the dressings that we were using were a little bit, they were, how should I say it? They had a few problems that we needed to overcome. And it was involved with the engineered stability device that was in use in conjunction with a foam disc impregnated with CHG. We were finding that there were some irregularities with the way the foam disc was applied. Sometimes it was upside down, sometimes it was absent, and sometimes it was, excuse me, my mask is falling down, and sometimes it was wrapped around the catheter itself, causing a very difficult situation for the clinicians to untangle without pulling the PICC line out or catheter out. And so we had a problem with that, and we just didn't know exactly what to do about it.
What I like most about it is the easy application. It's a one-step application. You don't have to touch the insertion site, even with sterile gloves, and it's really easy to teach.
What our team likes about the Securement Dressings from 3M is their versatility. We use one particular dressing for our all central lines, including dialysis catheters. There would be internal jugulars, subclavians. There would be PICC lines and midlines that we would use the very same dressing for. And so we're really, really pleased with the way 3M has engineered these products with ingenious perforations that make it easier to take off. And once the dressing is in place, it provides fantastic securement as well.
So I was very concerned about changing dressings because we had brought our CLABSI rate to 0. In fact, we had a time of 401 days without a CLABSI, and now we're on 15 months without a CLABSI.
She was concerned.
I was. And Mark insisted we try it. We work well together. We are called checks and balances. He's checks and I'm balances. And so
she's the adult, I'm the kid.
Being the CLABSI queen, I had to look at this very hard decision, but I finally went along with his wanting to do an evaluation of this dressing. Of course, I didn't want to change something or fix something that didn't need to be fixed.
It's true. We had a really good, we continue to have a really stellar CLABSI rate overall, and so we were kind of entering into this with a little fear and trepidation that we now know to be not true. We're really happy with what's happening now with our CLABSIs.
Well, I'd like to say that 3M does a great job of education, and you have great props. Your education's great, but we got sort of interrupted with COVID in our educational process here. So I think what's really important to me is that every nurse give a return demonstration, because it's really one thing to watch a demo, and it's another one to do it correctly.
Sorry about the mask, but in my experience with, I had some remote experience with the Tegaderm products that had the gel pad, and since at the time I was not trained, I did not have training in the application or removal of the dressing, and so I had a few concerns about its, it was problematic to me. But then once I became educated and knew the very simple techniques for successful application and removal, I would say there are just a couple of things to remember for the beginners that are being introduced to this is a couple of drops of saline on the gel pad make it really slick and easy to remove. Going low and slow with the removal of the dressing is very important instead of lifting straight up off the skin. And pulling in a direction towards the catheter insertion site is very important. And if you know the secrets, which aren't even big secrets, they're quite easily learned by anyone. It's a fantastic product. Easy to apply, easy to remove.
Not especially using the product, but staff education is huge, and I know any hospital faces the problem of educating every single nurse on staff to do these dressing changes, because lately we have found a couple, maybe more than that, dressings applied incorrectly, and it has led to the migration of the catheter.
So what we did for that problem is we've created a storyboard with examples, which you see behind us, of properly dressed lines and improperly dressed lines, and why it's properly dressed and why it's improperly dressed. In addition to that, we'll be doing some one-on-one meetings with individuals, as well as attending some staff meetings, stand-up meetings, because like any other educational endeavor, it has to be ongoing, it has to be monitored, it has to be kept up. Well, my thoughts are extremely favorable because I have a certification, the Vascular Access Certification Corporation through AVA. I have the Vascular Access Board certification that expired, and because of limitations in retesting, we were all given option to collect 30 CE credits, and the 3M Healthcare Academy is an approved provider of ongoing education, and I have to say I got a lot of credits that were at no cost to me, and they were superior presentations by very qualified leaders in the infusion industry, and I was very pleased with healthcare, the 3M Healthcare Academy, and would recommend it to anyone.